guys, welcome back to Beautifully Unbroken. I am sitting on my front porch on a beautiful Monday morning and just enjoying. Can you see I'm sure you can see the trees behind me and how they're all changing color. And so mine in my front yard are being kind of slow, but I live in the Ozarks and almost all of the trees are starting to change color, and some of them have really changed color. And so like my drives to church right now are really super beautiful because we take back roads and it's just the trees are changing color. This is my absolutely favorite time of year and I am just loving that. So I hope that wherever you're at on this Monday morning is equally as beautiful as my neck of the woods is right now. I have an awesome little tidbit, a little message for you this morning that I think you'll be able to take into your work week and practically apply this week. And I don't know about you guys, but I really love messages that come with practical application, because if you're going to tell me I need to do something, I want to know how to do that. So I think you're going to enjoy this. Before we get into the message, I just want to remind you guys that I am available for speaking events. To book for speaking events, I have availability. So if you would like to check me out further, you can go to shaylabaker.org. And not only can you request to book me for speaking, you can also message me directly. You don't have to go to the website, but the benefit of going to the website is there's lots of other teaching and preaching goodies on there for you to check out. So, okay, now that that's out of the way, so yesterday on Sunday, you guys probably saw me post a little meme that said, operating from a point of pain. So, in my profession as a theologian or minister or speaker, whatever it is that you would want to call me, we are constantly trying to improve what we're doing. So being a pastor or a theologian, it's no different, teacher of the gospel, it's no different than any other profession. So like when I was a public school teacher, we would have to attend professional development. And so professional development is kind of forced by the state, but you do take it as an opportunity to learn new things. And then you would always, as a teacher, or teachers are always trying to improve on things they're doing in the classroom, learn new things to help the students, that sort of thing. So just continuously learning and trying to improve themselves. And I think most professions are the same way. So right now I'm attending a summit. It's an online summit. I just listened to it and trying to learn some new things about my profession and improve a little bit. And I realized as I was driving and listening to some of these sessions the other day that there is a common phrase across my profession behind the scenes when you're doing learning that people, the wider Christian audience might not be familiar with. And so I posted that yesterday on that meme. Operating from a point of pain. It's something that as professionals we hear a lot. I've also heard it put, I think Lisa Turkhurst puts it, finding the pain point. And so what those phrases mean is that as a Christian speaker or author, most people are grappling with some kind of pain that they need to know how Jesus, the Lord, can help them get through it and what the Bible says about it. And so when you go to write a book or when you go to speak, a lot of times you can begin to draft what you're writing or saying off of what pain point that you're going to be speaking to, if that makes any sense. And to be honest, most people come to the Lord through being in a situation of pain or turmoil in their life that they can't handle on their own. A lot of people come to Jesus like that. Obviously not everyone, but a lot of people do. And so as speakers and authors and teachers of the Bible, we want to help people with those things that they're struggling with. And so we start from a point of pain. And so I was driving along and I was listening to this session and she was using this phrase again. And I was like, and I stopped for a minute and went, is this phrase for sure biblical? Like, is this something Jesus, who we're supposed to be emulating, would he approve of this? And so I was thinking about the way that Jesus operated in the Bible. And I was like, well, Jesus himself operates from a point of pain. When he encounters people in the Bible, he often heals them and then in the process leads them to himself. And so Jesus addresses pain in the Bible for various reasons that we won't get into now, but I'm going to get into in the rest of the messages about this week. So I went, yes, this is a biblical concept. And so I think about it this way. When I was working on my bachelor's degree and we were I don't even remember which teaching class it was in, but my bachelor's degree is in elementary education. And one of my professors once told us that if a child comes into your classroom hungry, they will not be able to learn until that basic need is met. We were talking about children with food insecurities and how sometimes teachers keep, food in their, breakfast or little snack bars. And that was back like 12 years ago when food wasn't as prevalent in the classroom as I feel like it is today. But the point was that children cannot learn while their basic needs are unmet. And so the same goes for people coming to Jesus. People cannot focus on Christ if their life is in turmoil or if they're in horrendous emotional or physical pain without knowing that Christ cares about that thing. Because if they think he doesn't care about it, that will deter them from coming to him. So in the Bible, we always see Jesus heal and also bring people to himself. And so to me, this is a good reminder that as I go through my week and as I encounter people who may not know Christ, to remember, and even people who do know Christ, like I know people who are Jesus followers right now, who are Christians, who are struggling with some of the greatest pain in their lives. And we as Christians who are not grappling with those sorts of things need to be aware of that and be ready to help people, to be able to take people by the hand and come alongside them and show them that you care about their pain and you're meeting them at that point of pain and you can help lead them through their pain. If it's something that you've dealt with yourself and you can help them through it, or if you can, lead them to somebody who's more equipped to help them through it. When we start from a point of pain in people that we know or are meeting for the first time and are struggling with something, we show that we don't just care about just bringing them into the family of God and forgetting about them, or if they're already in the family of God going, oh, I'll pray for you, okay, thanks, see you later, but that we actually care about what they're going through. And I think that is an important tool for us to, and a bit of knowledge for us to take into our week, that people cannot, there are things that for instance, when I was struggling in our marriage and I was going through the affair, that was all I could think about. I couldn't think about Jesus. I was barely getting through my day, taking care of my kids, because my pain and my hurt was all I could think about. And there are some things that we just cannot expect people to do until we've helped them deal with their pain. Now, I feel like in Jesus' time, it was most often physical pain, and I feel like we deal with a lot more emotional pain in our current culture that has to be waded through. But, guys, that old cliche of be kind because you don't know what people are going through, like we've heard it so much that it kind of falls on dead ears and dead hearts now, but that's true. Like I'm learning that more and more, the more time I spend ministering, is that you don't know what people are going through and that they are not equipped or prepared to deal with other things or deal with other aspects of their life until that pain has been dealt with. So this is just your reminder, and we're going to be talking about operating from a point of pain a little bit more, because there's a lot of other stuff that I would like to go into with that. But this is just your reminder as you go through your week this week and you encounter people who are in pain. And I pray that God will put people in your path this week who need you, and that your eyes will be opened to recognize their pain, so that you will take them by the hand and you will tell them, Jesus has put me here to help you get through this. And that's what, to me, finding a pain point means. It means meeting somebody in the pain that they're in and going, you don't have to do this alone. Because so often people think they have to, or they just try to do it alone, and it makes the process so much harder. So that was just a little reminder. I hope you guys will take it into your week. Keep your eyes open for people who need you, who are in pain, who need, even more than you, need Jesus, and need Jesus to shine through you. And we're going to be talking about this a little more. I think I'm going to spring it on my husband and get his thoughts on it. And so that should be interesting. I haven't talked to him about this concept, so I'm interested to see what he'll think about it and what he has to say about it. And I always like to get his side of it, because he thinks very differently than me. So his input is always really interesting for me to hear. So awesome Monday. Don't forget to visit the website. Share this video if it was helpful to you. I love you guys so much. I'm wishing you guys all God's love and smiles for the coming week. You are so awesome, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.